Greetings and welcome
to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It's my Halloween game.
They can see me.
Of course they can, yeah. He's wearing my costume from last year when I was playing Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Oh, yeah.
And this costume is actually really old, but I brought it back because I'm too lazy to go buy a new one. And I love this robe. It's awesome. It's got these really long sleeves.
I couldn't find what I wanted to wear.
He had one of those Working Joe, like, white masks, and he lost it.
Yep, oh.
So we're going to be playing this game. I talked to a few friends who own this game and have played it. They gave me some tips because it's one of those really old RPGs where you can really screw yourself over if you're not careful. So I've got it here. So yeah, I've got them written out here. So that's what we're gonna do. So just for this episode, the next episode, we're gonna just play whatever, and we'll start over as one of those once we get a grip on how to play this game. Okay, so let's new game it. Sorry if the sound isn't perfect either. I tried my best. It's not great in any direction. My hair is like disgusting underneath this. It's because it's disturbingly hot for me. I don't know if you're feeling it, but it's hot.
I mean, I'm wearing fur.
You're
right
wearing
now, so.
You're wearing fur. I'm wearing this heavy ass cloak in a tiny box.
Yeah, it is.
It's hot.
It is pretty stuffy.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to answer a series of personality questions to make our vampire, or just go to the character creator and make it like a normal game?
Ooh, let's go with number one. That sounds fun.
All right. Here, I'll use you as my guinea pig since
right.
we're just like messing around this time. All right. A new game starts with creating new character. Would you like to answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you would like to play and allow the game to create your character? Yes. Would you like to be male? Male. The rest? Or two, I stay out of sight and the world won't even know you're there.
I mean, yes. But I guess if I had to choose, I guess number one.
Number two, to hell with the rest. All right. You have been embraced by the Gangrel clan. Sometimes called nomads, loners, and introverts, the Gangrel spurn the trappings of civilization and prefer to roam the wilds in solitude. Known for having an uncanny connection with the beast within, some learn the power of shapeshifting. You're a werewolf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're the werewolf vampire class, because that's in this game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Your vampire's attributes and abilities have now been determined and entered onto its character sheet, which you will see next. After your tour of the character sheet, you may make changes to the character or simply play as is. Alright, these are your attributes and feats, blah, blah, blah. Members of the Animistal Gangrel clan are close to their inner beast, so your strongest attribute is physical, which you have 2 points in that you can spend. You also have 1 point that you can spend in mental, and no points in social, a Gangrel's weakest attribute. As for your abilities, being a Gangrel means you have an advantage in their warrior skills, in which you have 3 points to spend. You have only average abilities and talents, and weak in knowledge.
Alrighty then.
Blah 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 blah. Basically, this is your humanity. If it gets low, you'll go feral. If it stays high, then you'll go feral less often. These are your masquerade points. If you expose yourself to mortals, you'll lose masquerade points, and if you lose them all, you get killed off by the vampire mafia.
Cool.
And these are our points we can spend, and this is what you look like.
I see.
We can change our history thanks to the unofficial mod. So we've got the homosexual, the environmental activist, the pagan, the mortician, the ex-cop, the perv, the chupacabra, the insectoid, the antigangrel, which I don't know what that means, close to the beast, and pothead.
That's incredible. I'm loving this.
Yeah, which one would you like to look at?
I mean, they're all pretty self-explanatory, except for the third to last one. These are all good.
But choose one.
I could see myself doing all these. Is doing like God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However many histories there are, I could see doing that many number of playthroughs.
Yeah. I know that a couple of these are universal. Like, these two I know are on every single vampire, but some of these are unique to gangrels.
I see. That I did not know. Let's go with the...
Are you a happy kitty? I hear you purring.
I think maybe pagan.
Let's look at pagans. All right. Your beliefs center on the Gnostic pantheon, and your kinship with nature is strong. After you were embraced, you were naturally more in tune with the beast within, and that affinity is now apparent. Swap the priority order of your attributes to mental, physical, and social.
Interesting.
Do you want to go with that, or do you want to look at some others?
Let's look at one with the beast. Close to the beast.
Close to the beast. After you were embraced, you were naturally more in tune with the beast within, and that affinity is now more apparent. You can advance easier in Protean, but others, especially Kine, will find your appearance distasteful, so you can't raise it above 3. So basically, your relationship with the other vampire clans change.
I see. I guess go with pagan, because the Close to the Beast is kind of redundant.
Yeah.
Since my clan is gangrel.
Pagan.
Alright, and you can't alter your appearance much more than that?
No, it doesn't look like there's any options. Like, you can change your clan, you can claim your claim your Janger. Yeah. But it doesn't look like you can change what you look like too much. Alright, let's mess with our character sheet. Playing Dungeons & Dragons all of a sudden. Alright. So, here's the number that represents how many points you've got. What do you want to do?
What's Protean, first of all?
Protean. It's one of your disciplines, which is your magic powers. By embracing the beast within, the vampire gains bestial form. So this is your... these effects are readily apparent and supernatural in nature. Proteans should therefore be used in discretion. So basically, it's your ability to turn into a werewolf.
Gotcha. What about animalism?
Animalism. The vampire can call on animal spirits to carry out their will. Level 1 is Night Wisp Ravens. It costs 1 blood to activate. Ravens incapacitate the victim for 10 seconds.
And then Fortitude.
Fortitude. I don't like how there's no music in this menu.
Oh yeah, there's not even like any ambience like
I've noticed for a while that it's kind of like eerie quiet. Anyway, so Fortitude allows for amazing displays of preternatural constitution, guarantees a certain amount of damage from every incoming attack will be ignored regardless of the source. The use of Fortitude is not considered a violation of the Masquerade, so basically just a racial increase in defense.
Okay. So basically, whatever those numbers are next to the things is how much you can spend at this very moment, or how much you have.
Yeah, like right now.
Okay. All right.
Wow,
then.
that's a gross noise.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounds. I'm not sure what that sounds like.
All right. So what changes, if any, would you like me to make?
I guess put 2 points in intelligence.
Your weakest stats.
Yeah, just to have it just a little bit higher.
Man,
It is weird that our perception is really low, even though we're like werewolves.
I think it's because like our rage ability is like our strongest thing, so it's more like, you know, we're not paying attention because we're too busy killing things.
Yeah. I guess put 1 in strength.
Strength. All right.
In my experience, I found that strength is pretty important.
We got
but
2
also
talents here.
So intimidation is useless.
Intimidation is by and large useless. That's what I was told. I was told that even when it works, it doesn't give you the results you want, and it doesn't work nearly as often as anything else.
What is Subterfuge.
Subterfuge. The character's ability to conceal their motives and deceive others.
Nah, let's just put it all in Brawl.
Put it all in Brawl. The ability to beat the crap out of people with your bare fists.
Yeah.
Alright, skills. Firearms, melee, security, and stealth.
I think, what's security?
Security, knowledge of how locks and security systems work. Security is needed for lockpicking.
I guess put 2 in stealth and 1 in melee.
Stealth, 2 in melee. Alright, and knowledges.
Let's see. Finance.
Yeah, because apparently gun ammo is like super expensive, so if you want to go guns, you need to go finance as well.
Gotcha. Well, we don't need guns.
I would say just scholarship, because it says here, learn new skills. Like, your ability to learn new skills, like...
That seems important, yeah.
It's like in Fallout, where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, you
yeah.
gotta max out your, what is it, your int or your whiz? Or what is it?
Yeah, well, yeah, the more intelligence you have, the more skill points you can spend each level, so,
Yeah.
like intelligence is really important in Fallout.
It's like always max it out.
Playing as, like, a mentally handicapped person is basically, like, the game's hard mode.
Yeah, it's really funny, but, yeah, it's not great. Anyway, we have 1 point we can put in one of these as well.
Alright, so...
Do our superpowers. Fortitude looks like it's a passive, and it's a pretty nice passive, too. Oh no, it costs 1 blood to activate, and it lasts 25 seconds.
Yeah, so
But
what's protein again?
Protein is your ability to turn into a werewolf.
Yeah,
and then animalism.
let's put our last point in that.
Alright, point. Alright, and then auto level is off, because I think auto level is gross.
Yeah, I would very much like to choose what... Yeah.
Alright, let's get started. We're not skipping the intro. Let's go. Oh, we have not named the character. Let's name our werewolf dude. His name is Rastafarian Coconut. No. What is his name? Miss Kitty, are you having a good time? Need to get Sparkles in here. He's a black cat.
Well, what would be a good werewolf name?
Cujo.
No.
Ripper!
I'm thinking Buster, but he doesn't look
Buster!
like Buster. He doesn't look like Buster.
Oh, we'd name him Dog. like in that one show. What's up, dog? Oh, not much. What's up with you?
We're gonna be here forever if you let me decide, or if you let me think of something.
His name is Rex.
That's good.
Rex.
No, Rax.
Rex.
Yeah, Rax.
Rex. I don't know why I bothered. Okay, yeah, all caps. Rax. I am Rex. Go. The Embrace. The act of transforming a mortal into a vampire. Alright, so here's where we find out whether or not our sound setup is good. Because it's been freaking silent this whole time.
I want to show you something.
Oh yeah, I've got subtitles turned on. Because I want subtitles. They are gross, but I don't care. Look at that. Like, you can tell this is an old game.
Looks like it was like made in the original Unreal Engine.
Saints Row 2 wishes it looked this way. Okay. That occurred.
Good evening,
Hello.
my fellow kindred. My apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission.
Is that guy T-posing?
Indeed. My permission was never sought at all.
So,
They were caught
Look at his
shortly
tiny
after the
eyes.
embrace
Yeah,
of
he
this
was
child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
Big sword!
Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that
This is bullshit!
What did your eyes do just then?
if Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope
I think
their
every person that
significance
was
is
at that
not
meeting
lost.
represents the different clans.
Good evening.
Not entirely sure, but I mean that's what it looked like because they all looked very unique.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So,
Can you hear it okay?
what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Well, all right then. Not only do vampires hide from mortals, they hide from themselves as well. Okay. Alright, well, we will actually start playing next episode. So, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.
bye-bye.